What's up, children? How y'all doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. Monday, March something. I think it's still March. I have no idea. It's just a day. But we're going to learn some cool stuff today. We're just going to go over it today. We're going to figure out if you're colorblind or not. That's going to be interesting. And then that's pretty much it for today. Nice and easy Monday. You know I like my Mondays nice and easy. Once again, I'm sponsored by Starbucks. This is a McDonald's cup, but it does have Starbucks inside of it. Okay. So what we're going to do today, y'all, is we're going to go over non-Mendelian genetics. Non-Mendelian genetics, okay? Pretty easy stuff. Let me get this as the, all right, big dog, here it is. So non-Mendelian genetics, all right? We look here, what we predominantly have learned is the common way of genetic patterns. Put my face over here. But y'all didn't know I could do that, but I'm smart, okay? So basically, the common way is when one allele trait is dominant and the other one is recessive. As we know, dominant, capital letter, recessive, lowercase letter, and the dominant trait will always show through. Okay, so for in this case, we have these plants here. All right, pink is the dominant trait. I know that because it's a big B, it's pink, big B, pink. And when you do your cross, you have this heterozygous plant here. You do your cross. That one's going to be pink because it has the dominant letter. That one's going to be pink because it has the dominant letter. That one's going to be pink because it has the dominant letter as well. Okay. And then we have our, look at it. Woo. And then this one was recessive, so that's why it's white. But sometimes in life that doesn't always happen. Okay. Sometimes we get this situation right here where we have a red plant carnation, white carnation, and when you breed those two together, they end up making pink. Well, that's not red or white, that's pink. So this is what we call incomplete dominance, right? This is a blending of traits. So for instance, right here we got curly hair, straight hair. Obviously, these women can't make a baby together, but it ends up with kind of a wavy-ish hair, okay? Once again, this is incomplete dominance, okay? And the reason why we call it incomplete is because are either one of the parents' traits shown 100%? No, it's a blending of traits. It's a what? Blending of traits. Very good. So I'm going to give you a sheet on this. I'll put it on Google Classroom so you can refer back to this later. But as you can see here, neither trait is dominant. And a heterozygous, meaning getting different traits, okay, causes a blending. So red and white equal pink. We have our little key here, okay? Let's go here. That's it, okay? So we look here, RR means red, WW. So when we do our Punnett square like we normally do, put them in there like this is kind of weird. We've never done this before. You've never seen this, so it's a little awkward. But this is gonna be a blending of traits. This is incomplete, so if we get RW, that is gonna make pink. So this one would be red, white. All four of these are going to be pink. The two traits blended together, okay? It's not a red flower, it's not a white flower, it's a pink flower. They blended. This is called incomplete dominance, okay? We got 4 of them to do total today, so this is 1, all right? I know it's going to be a lot, but that's all right. We got nothing else going on right now. Here's another one called a co-dominance, okay? So we have a duck and we have a beaver. When those two breed together, we make a... No, we do not make a platypus, okay? That is not true. We do not make a platypus. Platypuses are not platypi, we don't make, that's not how you make platypuses, platypi. Somebody look that up and tell me what's the plural form of platypus? I don't want to know what you guys are saying, okay? This is codominance, okay? And as we look here, you look at the offspring and it has a little bit of both, okay? It didn't blend together, but it basically what it did is that it took pieces and stuck them in there. So you still see a little bit of the beaver, you still see a little bit of the duck here, but they didn't blend like the last one did. Anybody know what type of cat this is called? This is called a calico cat. Once again, as you can see here, you see about how many different colors? 1, 2, 3, 3 different colors. But did they blend together to create like brown? No, they're distinctly 3 different colors, white, black, and this reddish, brownish, golden, okay? So this is called codominance because they're all the traits are showing up. Let's look at this one right here. Okay, this is actually two snakes. Okay, but with the one we're looking at is right here. Okay, this snake right here, it's not a blending of green and white, it's green and white. Okay, it didn't blend together to make one color, it is two separate colors. This is called codominance. Okay, last one, here we go. We have our little cow here. Once again, it's white and this reddish brownish color. This is codominance as well. They didn't blend together. Okay, it's not like green and or was it blue and green make purple? I don't know my colors. So both alleles are dominant and expressed. Okay, let's look at this example right here. So we have our key right here. Two big B's means black. White, WW means white. But what happens when we put them together? We do our cross like we normally would get BW. So once again, this is codominance. This isn't a blending, so which means that both traits are going to show. So therefore, we end up with black and white. There's our black chicken or white chicken, and we end up with what's called speckled. Okay, it's not gray. Okay, because you would assume that black and white, when you do your colors, makes gray. This is not a gray chicken, it's a speckled chicken. It has black and white. This is called codominant. So let's review real quick. Okay, let's review. Incomplete, the traits blend. Neither trait is showing. They blend together. Red, white will make pink. Codominance is that both traits are going to show. It's co. If you are co-owners, you both own the store. Okay. If you're co-workers, you're both working. So in this case, we have our white chicken and our black chicken, hen, whatever, and they make speckled. All right, so that's two. You all right? You with me? Okay. What about multiple alleles? All right, that's what happens when there are two forms of a gene, more than two forms, excuse me. So let's look at blood typing. If you don't know your blood typing, one of the things I'm going to want you to do today is ask your parents, what is your blood type? Okay. Now, how many different blood types are there? Give me 5 seconds and you gotta shout it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see. Can you name all the blood types? I'll give you a second. Okay, well, there are 4 different blood types. Okay, and we have differences on those, but these are the 4 main blood types. You have A, you have B, you have AB, and finally, you have O. Yes, you have like minus and negative, or minus and positive. Okay, AB positive, AB negative. That's fine. But these are the basic 4 types of blood. All right. Now, how do they work? Okay. If your mom's type A and your dad's type B, well, what is your blood type going to be? Okay. That's what we're going to learn coming up this week. So A is dominant. B is also dominant. Whoa, Mr. Diller, you're trying to tell me that A and B are dominant? Yes. That's what I'm telling you. O is recessive, okay? So we show that O with a little bitty O. Now you guys will see these as well, okay? You see the big I and the A, big I, A, and whatnot. The I stands for immunoglobulin. It's a protein. Mr. Dole told you that proteins do everything in the body, okay? That's another way to show it, but we are not gonna really mess with that, okay? Now, if you look also here though, there are a couple of ways to get B blood. So we have, when you have 2 dominant letters, okay, that's obviously gonna give you A, but if you have a dominant A and the I, well, what does the I represent? Remember, I represents O, and O is always going to be recessive. So in that case, which one's going to show? The A or the I, the O? It will be the A. I know that's confusing. I know, but don't worry about it. We'll get through it, okay? And AB is codominant. They both will show. So let's look at this right here. So we have somebody who has A and O. Remember, guys, we get 2 because one comes from our mom, one comes from our dad. And let's say they hold hands with somebody who has BO type. Okay, that should be a lowercase O. That's okay. We fill in our chart the same way. Okay, AB, BO, AO, and then finally OO. Okay. So this offspring, oh no, go back, Mr. Dillo. So this offspring, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's say, okay, these are the different types of sperm that man can produce. And these are the eggs that she can produce, the genes. Okay. So let's say this sperm met this egg. So therefore, this child would be type AB. If this sperm met this egg, the child would be B or O. The child would be B. Why, Mr. Dillo? Why is it going to be B? There's no. Once again, O is what? Recessive. So anytime you have a dominant and a recessive, the dominant's going to show. So here's our dominant letter. This is our recessive letter. So therefore, the B will show. Same thing here. Try this one on your own. If we have the A and the O, which one's going to show? The A. So this is going to be type A. And then finally, this baby will be type O. All right. So in fact, their offsprings may not even be the same blood type that they have. Okay. They could have a baby that has type AB blood, or they could have a baby that has type O blood. All right. It just depends. All right. So that's kind of tricky, but not really. You guys don't really need, I don't think you're going to need to know any of this stuff, but as long as you can remember AB, this, and the dominant recessive, you're going to be fine. Okay, once again, I'm going to give you a sheet on this, so don't worry. All right. What about sex-linked traits? Traits whose genes are found on X chromosome, but not the Y. What are some types? Okay, so we have color blindness. That's a sex-linked trait. We have hemophilia. Okay, hemophilia is where people just bleed and bleed. They have a hard time not bleeding or stop bleeding. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. All right, Neil, I can click. There we go. Why are sex-linked traits more common in males? So have you ever noticed this? Who's more likely to be bald, men or women? Men. Who is more likely to be colorblind, men or women? Men. And there's a reason why. And this is because these traits, baldness, hemophilia, colorblind, are all on the X chromosome. And we got to remember, guys, how many X's do women have? Women have 2 X's. So therefore, they have 2 chances of getting the good gene, the normal gene. Okay, so for instance, if their dad gives them the bald gene, but their mom gives them the not bald gene, that means they have 2 opportunities to get the non-bald gene. So it's kind of like having 2 chances, 2 free throw shots. Okay, and you only need to make 1 to win the game. All right, whereas fellas, how many X's do we have? We only have 1 X. So therefore, if we get that bald gene on that X, do we have another X to overcome it? No, we only have a Y, and that trait is not located on that gene. So therefore, we only get 1 free throw shot to make it work. All right. So that's why a lot of times, more likely, colorblind, baldness, those are in males only. So let's look at this cross right here. All right. We have a mother who's colorblind. She's a carrier. And if you've ever heard that term, being a carrier means that you have the trait, okay? Bald, gene, colorblind, but it doesn't show. You're just carrying it for whatever reason, okay? So her letters are XXH, okay? The father is normal, so he's just XY. And this is how we fill out the chart. Boom. I'll put the father up here, XY, XH, okay? We have our key over here as well, okay? X is normal, XH means colorblind, all right? So as we put it in, we fill in the chart like we normally would do. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and we can now see right now. Number 1, this one's going to be a female because 1 has 2 X's, and it's going to be normal. All right, because normal is just like that. All right. Number 2, boy or girl? Boy, normal? Yes, normal as well. Okay, doesn't have the gene right there. Okay. Number 3, female or male? Female, and this one is what we call a carrier because once again, she carries the gene right here, but since she has the dominant normal, she's not going to show. She will not be colorblind. She's going to be normal. Our last one is our male, XY, and he will be colorblind because he has the gene right here. He does not have another X. That's what makes him a boy because he has a Y. All right. I know it's a lot, but that's okay. All right. You're going to go to the Google form and you're going to fill in the numbers that you see. Are you colorblind? Write the numbers that you see on your paper. Okay. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F. I want you to look at this and write the numbers that you see on the Google form. You're going to find out if you're colorblind or not. There'll be another thing that I want you to do is to look or ask your parents what blood type you are as well so we can do an activity with that. Okay. 2 things. Tell me what numbers you see and go ask your parents what blood type you are. Fill out the Google form. All right, you got it? You good? You great? Any questions? Blink twice if you're confused. I'm assuming you all are. That's okay. We'll practice it all this week, so don't you worry. I hope you have a great day. Don't do drugs. Bye.